Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Wrestle Plug podcast. We're still trying to get over the last watch along, which you probably will have a nice little time gap between, but we're just doing a few of these in a row, and my lord. But anyway, it's time to watch a genuinely amazing woman. This is from RCW Spain. This is Ronin Ryder versus Lila Kyle, who some people might have heard me mentioning because I'm a little bit biased because I trained with Lila Kyle and she's a very dear friend of mine. And she's a fucking wonderful human being and a wonderful woman. So, Carl Wilkinson, are you ready to watch somebody who is genuinely a very important piece of my life?
I am.
This should be exciting. Obviously, we've looked at RCW before. We looked at one of Yoara's matches. We admitted it wasn't her best outing. We know that she can do so much better. And obviously, she's recently been on a podcast. Highly recommend you check that out. But this is, I believe, from the same weekend. This was a Japanese-style weekend. Lila Kyle was very fortunate to be invited out there. And by the way, she was invited out there because she's really fucking good at what she does. And I can't help but feel that after this, Carl Wilkinson's going to have a small crush on Miss Kyle. And rightfully so, because she's a wonderful human being. Mr. Wilkinson, are you ready?
Might have to call me Mr. Kyle soon, but yes.
Mr. Kyle? That's a bit creepy. Let's not go down that route, please. This is a really nice person. So yeah,
I meant that with all due respect.
I hope you do, because, well, if she don't kick her ass, I will. Lila Kyle versus Ronin Ryder from RCW in Spain, Japanese Weekend 2020 in 3, 2, 1. Play. Gotcha. What in God's name is that? And there's Lila. Oh, she's so cool. She's like proper face, you know, like a lovely baby face. Look at Ronin Ryder. How polite is this crowd?
Like a golf clap.
I mean, it is Japanese weekend, to be fair, so they're actually living up to kayfabe, the Japanese fandom, very well.
I see a ball in the background. I see a fucking volleyball.
I mean, well, it's in keeping with some of the mainstream WWE product, if nothing else.
It might be a soccer ball. It might be a football.
Can I just say, Lila Kyle has the coolest little gear. I love her gear. It's so cool. Come on, Lila. Sorry, but we're going to be a little bit biased here.
I like the Shredder mask.
Yeah, I was going to say, imagine turning up and, like, Lila's probably already at this point had a great match, and then it's like his Power Ranger guy. I'm sure he's lovely. He's got lovely hair, I'll say that much. A little bit of an unfair mismatch, don't you think, in terms of power, Mr. Wilkinson?
Nah, you don't need power if you got the brain.
That's very true. She's one of the smartest people I know, to be fair. Which begs the question, why is she friends with me? Dear, oh dear. Come on, make some noise, people. Get involved. We noticed this with the last one, didn't we? That the crowd were very kind of like, yeah. But then I get the impression it's like a Comic Con and then there's wrestling there. That's really good. Is that that thing the Koreans do where they go like that? Yeah, man. That's first of all cultural appropriation. Unacceptable. I'm joking. But I love that. Just don't celebrate the fact that you shoved 2 digits up a Power Rangers cornhole. Unacceptable behavior. If you try that shit with me at training, I will be so infuriated, I will send you a formal letter of complaint, of course. So,
I mean, he says that, ma'am, but he won't.
I'll just say, you're loving the yellow streaks in the hair. Where's that look? Must keep that. Oh my God.
Gear.
Bridge.
Oh, nice bridge.
Do not be fooled by the very cutesy, beautiful makeup of this lady. Very, very talented. Oh, look at it.
I like it. I like it.
It's like El Phantasmo, but much better. See what I mean? Crowd love that. Really cool. Put the Power Ranger on his ass.
So I just saw my, like,
One.
a little Sonic charge before she ran.
It's just like I don't want to like demean how much effort and work she puts in because she really does work so hard at everything she does. But she is really adorable, like very adorable, and that's great for the gimmick as well. Like it's great for an audience. Like British fans will love it.
It's
They'll love it.
very like OG Bailey.
Yeah, it
Like,
is. Yeah, it does have a little bit of that, and obviously she was at one point by far and away the leading
the most
woman for
over woman in NXT.
yeah, and also especially like beautifully catered towards all kind of audiences, including like young kids. What I love about Lila as well is that she's very very powerful and very independent, very strong-minded when it comes to women's liberation and empowerment, as you should be. Frankly, everyone should be, whether they're male, female, whatever they identify as. And you know, you can put her. Oh, that looks fucking painful. If I'm being honest, great bridge
like
again, though. By the way, yeah, like I can put her on a show, and I know that she can live up to the incredibly impressive standards that everybody should have from the get-go when it comes to things like safeguarding and stuff of that nature. I don't think Lila appreciates actually how much of a positive mindset she brings to wrestling. She probably would. I know her. She's so humble, bless her. But when you are that...
Is he biting her leg?
He is a bit. What's a dirty knacker? Let's have
How
a
can he
word.
bite her leg when he has a mask on?
Exactly. Kayfabe, sir. Terrible. Just because you've got beautiful long hair as well does not mean you're allowed to also have a figure four.
Oh?
God, she looks so tiny in that figure four. It's actually scary. He just essentially took a bump there. That's basically what you got to do when you're learning to take bumps, Mr. Wilkinson. Pay attention. Obviously, the costume is optional. Don't turn up to your first training session dressed as a shredder super shredder Power Ranger mighty morphing thing.
Mighty Morphin Super Shredder. Yeah, don't show up dressed like Kevin Nash in TMNT 2.
Is that what he looks like in that film?
No.
Despite
Super
being
Shredder doesn't look like that.
I'm a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles mark. I've never seen the second film. I've seen the first and the third. Never seen the second one.
Yeah, because Kevin Nash does play Super Shredder.
I have
but it does
heard
not
this.
Look like
that. Nice.
Oh, Tiger Fade kick. Tiger Fade kick. 619. Oh, bonita.
It was so gentle. It's always kind of too. Oh, look out! Get out of here, Jill! Fucking hell, mate! Oh, can I just say, I love the fact that looked real. I love the fact that she sold it, and it was a big deal to even get him slightly up off of his feet. Like
I was kind of like an Olympic slam.
Yeah, it was, but like it was good as well because it wouldn't be believable if she'd just gone whoop and thrown him over, you know, and he'd done a big old leap. So the fact that it was kind of like, no, I'm gonna make you kind of lift me a little bit. The chops don't seem to be having much effect, if I'm being honest, Ms. Carl. Ms. Carl. He was too nice there, wasn't he? Bit nice.
Hello. Ooh, double underhook. Ooh, double underhook suplex. I like it.
Lila Kyle, I'm just saying, I feel like me and you should have a wrestling match. I feel like it would be good. I do. I really do. Also, I want to see Carl Wilkinson wrestle Shredder Ranger, whatever the fuck it is. Ronin Ryder, that's it. What? The big question, however, is what do you think Ronin is riding? I'm going to go with a donkey. That's going to come across as really racist, isn't it? But that's Spain, not fucking Mexico. Oh! Got him.
Okay. There's a little sudden, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, a little bit soft. A little bit soft to finish, but overall, quite fun. That was such a, like... Oh, yeah, I forgot she has Earth, Wind & Fire as her entrance music. Tell me you can't listen to that music and immediately feel good. Have you seen that American Dad episode where Klaus turns into a black guy and he starts walking down the street listening and then all of a sudden like Stan wakes up and he's singing September Eyes. So good. Oh, taxi. Come on. Oh.
Lila, I don't respect you at the beginning. I say you're a girl.
It's only coming out of one of my headphones.
Yeah, same. I don't know what happened when it's out. I think he said that he doesn't respect her because she's a girl.
I think that is what he said. She did beat Ronin Ryder.
I think he kind of put her over by saying, I don't respect you as a woman, I respect you as an athlete, as a wrestler, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
my very limited Spanish kind of got some of that. No, that was nice. That was really nice. There was a great work rate. Do you know what? That match suffered the same as the other one did. The crowd are fun and they're nice people, but they're not wrestling, or they don't feel like wrestling fans. That was adorable. It's freaking adorable. It was a fine match. I just when the crowd aren't like, you know, pretty vocal or exciting in that way, it does kind of take a bit of, you know, it really brings it down. Do you know what it felt like? It felt like I was watching a lounge version of wrestling. You know, you get the lounge albums where you're like, this is the smooth jazz hour. It's like, we're going to be watching Lila Kyle versus Ronin Ryder from RCW, baby. Oh, yeah. That's just kind of how it felt. Like I was watching like midnight jazz radio wrestling in a weird way. No offense.
Welcome to the Wrestling at Night.
That's really good. You should do that as a career. I'm really fascinated by RCW because that's like the second match we watched, and I'd love to see them in a full-blown arena or a sports hall of some sort of description because I just feel like there'd be more there for the wrestlers to get their teeth into. It's a case of it doesn't matter how good your match is, if there isn't the atmosphere and all the bells and whistles and the kind of things that you expect as a fan to kind of hear or be associated with wrestling, it can really take a lot of the fun and the experience away. But nonetheless, I want it. It's selfish, obviously, because I love Lila dearly, but I also want people to get a look of what she's all about, because I genuinely think if she persists and works hard, because she's already an amazing athlete, she's got the ability to genuinely be a really standout babyface. There aren't many people who look like that, who have that wonderful, pure kind of appeal that can appeal to young people, that can also serve as a really good empowerment for women. But also, to be fair to Ronin Ryder, decent worker as well. I'm always amazed at how people work with things like that on. Like, I can't breathe at the best of times just wearing a normal face mask, you know, what with asthma and things like that. So, you know, for someone to go out there and work like that, Look At You was another guy we looked at, and you just think, fuck me, how do you guys do that? That's a testament to your cardio and your work rate, that you're able to breathe and work a match. At least you can call spots without nobody seeing it. That's probably the big plus, I imagine. So yeah, any final thoughts, Mr. Wilkinson?
No, I really enjoyed that. I think we need to get a few more of those in throughout the Watchalong season.
Yeah, definitely want to cover more women's wrestling as well, because it just seems to hit a little bit differently, and particularly in this era where women have proven themselves to be above and beyond a lot of the other wrestling, actually, and they've carried a lot of different products, and they really are, if not on a par, in my opinion, better than a lot of the other stuff going on. And that's not being woke or liberal or anything. I just feel that's the case. You know, and if you watch, for instance, Raw, which is a fucking dumpster fire, you know, I'm much more likely to check in with Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley than I am anything else on that product. And that is a testament to how good they are as individuals and workers when they're put up alongside the male demographic of workers. But yeah, let us know what you think in the comments below, ladies and gentlemen. Bit of a lounge episode for you, maybe something for you to just have on in the background and chill out. But hopefully it will give you an opportunity to go and chase down these wrestlers a little bit more and check out their social media and things, and become fans of them. That's kind of one of the reasons I'm doing stuff like this as well, is so that you can get exposure to wrestling that maybe you haven't always had the exposure to. But from myself and Carl Wilkinson, thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you very soon for more content from the Wrestle Plug. Hadouken!